Could I be the one you love? Could I be the one you love? In the morning, in the night, I'll be there to treat you right.
Good morning, everybody. It is day 10 of our renovation project, and we have been very busy over the weekend. Two major tasks have been completed. The first being all the waterproofing was done over a 2-day period, and the underfloor heating was done yesterday. As you can see, we have waterproofed the entire bathroom. We have primed the walls, and we have done 2 coats of waterproofing as per the Australian standards and as per the manufacturer's recommendations. Waterproofing is absolutely something that you should always engage a professional with. Don't ever try and attempt it yourself. It is the only thing that can sink an entire project.
Jobdocs allows you to use AI functionality to write your own quotes. Simply enter in the description in the AI field and Jobdocs will automatically write you an entire proposal start to end. No need to write this manually.
As you can see, my waterproofer has tiled quite high. This is where the vanity is in the room. The idea is you're washing your hands. If the water gets behind the tiles and behind the tile glue, all it does is hit this fiber cement sheeting, run all the way downwards and all the way towards the floor drain. Again, another water point here. If there's ever a leak, the water will run down the wall where it's meant to. Coming over this side of the room, Australian standards require us to waterproof 2200 high, which is what we've done, and we've done it the entire width of the walk-in shower. We have put 3 coats inside this niche area because it is always a problematic area being recessed into the wall. So the whole bathroom was primed, 2 coats were done everywhere, and just a 3rd in the niche area to make sure it is very strong. Coming over here to the shower area, you can see these things on the floor. We call them angles. The idea is that they keep the water in. So we have done 40 mil angles here and 20 mil angles here. So the idea is we're going to build the fall in the room to get the water to where it needs to be. It's a mixture of sand and cement that the tiler will be doing later today. He's going to lift up the room and get it so there is a nice gradient towards all the floor drains in the room. So one thing I want to talk about is this angle. It is an Australian standard that if you are in 200 mil of a doorway, you need a vertical water stop as well. This is it here. So it actually runs up the whole perimeter of the wall, 2200 high. The idea is that tiles and grout are porous. And if there was ever a hole in the grout, the water would get behind the grout, it would go behind the tiles and it would come out the door, causing a lot of water damage. What we're done with this vertical water angle is put it here. So if that ever happened, the water would simply just run down this angle and towards the floor drain. This is a new Australian standard. I don't know if it's law yet, but we do it anyway because it's best practice. It's very important to check your waterproofing complies with the standards when they're done. If you're using a trusted professional industry, you most likely won't have an issue, but it's always good practice to check. So in this bathroom, our waterproofer has went 2140 high, which is above the Australian standards. We usually only go to 2100 high. Coming further down the room, we've done the 3 coats on the niche, and I can see that it looks good. It's a really thick coat, you can tell. And we've also done our vertical water stop, again, 2100 high. So that's following the whole way through. The next thing you will notice is that the underfloor heating has been done. You can't really miss it. And the cool thing with the underfloor heating is that we can run it into the shower cavity. There is nothing wrong with that. It is all compliant with Australian standards. So in a previous video, what we did was we put that draw wire here, which is still actually there, and it has now been ran down and connects to this heating element, which is the blue cable, which also comes up now and is plugged into one of these leads. This white cable here is the thermostat. So it sits in the ground, constantly checking the temperature for the thermostat that's up here. This whole work area has a high amount of traffic and the tilers will be coming in tomorrow. So our number one worry is that someone will step on this or sever one of these cables, ruining the underfloor heating system before it's ever been turned on. The way we make sure that this is never an issue is one of these devices here, which is called a screamer. It's a $10 device that most underfloor heating companies will provide for free, and it actually connects to all the heating elements. If someone was to come here right now and sever one of the blue cables on the floor, this will just let out a really loud pitch scream for a long time. It won't stop until it's turned off. So that's one way we go above and beyond to make sure that we're not going to have any surprises later on. And we know the underfloor heating is going to work because we have it relayed to this screamer that will make any noise if this flooring or this cable is damaged. So with the actual underfloor heating element, you can see it's the blue wire. It's spread out evenly as per the Australian standards, which is about 70 to 80 mil. And all it does is run constant loops. It sits under the screed, under the bedding in the tiles, and it heats the bedding up and it heats the tiles up as well. We are in a very cold climate, so a lot of our clients opt for this. The reason we haven't ran it everywhere is over here is a vanity, so we don't want it under the vanity. There's no point, no one's gonna be sitting there. We also haven't ran it down here because we have a strip drain going in. The strip drain is about 30 to 40 mil thick and it sits on top of this. We do not want the strip drain sitting on top of the underfloor heating element. It will damage it, it will sever it. So we have stopped it here as the drain will be running the whole length. So as you walk into the room, you're gonna walk in. Down here is just a 50 mil square tile grate, which will sit like that. That has been avoided on purpose. Over here is all covered, in the shower's covered, but like I mentioned, not where the strip drain is going. And over here, where the toilet bowl is going to be sitting, the toilet will be coming off the wall and it won't be touching this underfloor heating. If it was ran here and the tiler puts the toilet in, it could potentially sever it over time. Last but not least, we did patch the ceiling. So the plasterer has come back and he patched this ceiling where we cut out. For most renovations, you don't have to do this, but because our client wanted a shower head inside the ceiling, we had to cut it down. We had to put extra bracing, put the water plant and resheet it. It was a variation and we did charge him extra. So this is a luxury item. Okay, here we are at the other side of the house. We have done the powder room, which consists of the toilet and the vanity.
This video is sponsored by Jobdocs, a quoting and invoicing platform that makes your documents look incredible and most importantly, stand out from your competition. I've built and renovated over 500 homes and I can tell you the work itself is only half the battle. Winning the job comes first. Jobdocs is how I present my quotes and proposals and it's a big part of why I win the work I go for. If you've ever lost a job because your quote looked average next to a competitor's, this fixes that. And when you're doing bathroom renos, like what I'm covering in this video, presenting a professional proposal is half the reason clients say yes. Link is in the description, check it out at jobdocs.ai.
We have done a 2-coat system in here as per the manufacturer's recommendations. What we have also done is keep it 100 mil up. So we have done the waterproofing all the way around to keep it compliant. At the start, we have also just put a 20 mil angle as we need about 20 mil for the tile and the bedding and the glue. So we need about 10 mil for the tile and another 10 for bedding and all glue. Here is the room, fully complete, waterproof and underfloor heating is done. We are getting into the fast stages of this project now. Everything is looking amazing. We have done all the work behind the walls. We have sheeted, we have now made it waterproof, and we have also done a bit of luxury underfloor heating, which is something that you can't retrofit, you can't do it later, you have to do it during the build. As you can see here, there is no underfloor heating. You can probably guess why. There is a big bath going here. So we don't want the bath sitting on top of this underfloor heating element. It's unnecessary and it's never going to be used. We have also not put any elements around this floor waste. It is a square waste, so we're able to come down the sides, but not around the immediate vicinity of that floor waste. Coming over here, we've done the whole room. Again, not here just because of the vanity, but in the shower, we were able to run it through. What we have done is got a little hole under this big 40 mil shower angle, and we have ran the heating element under, and then we've filled it with a poly, which is a very strong sort of waterproof glue that expands and contracts with the weather. It's perfect for this. We've ran it all the way around, and we're not doing a strip drain in this bathroom. We're just doing a square waste. So we have been able to go all the way around this. Of course, we've also ran it as you walk into the room, which will heat everything up. And again, we have put another screamer on the wall. The electrician, when he connected this, has done all the cutouts for his wall as well. So we have the spot for the in-wall thermostat, the light switches, and the tastic there as well. So they're all ready to go, 4 and cut out. so the tiler knows where to cut holes in his tiles. So it was an absolute action-packed weekend. We had 2 days of priming and waterproofing done by one trade, and then my electrician came in yesterday and he did all this underfloor heating. It is day 11 tomorrow, and what you're gonna see is all the screeding complete. My tiler is here, he's waiting, he's ready to go. He's gonna be mixing up a sand and cement mixture, which is gonna go and cover this underfloor heating element. And the reason for that is because what we need to do is get falls all the way to the right area. We need to get the water running to the waste in the room.
Like we good when you love.